The 2-year anniversary celebration of the prosperity government of Governor Doye Diri of Bayelsa State continued on Monday, the 14th of February 2022, with the commissioning of the Ernest Ikoli Media Complex in Yenagoa. The Bayelsa State government has 3 media organizations: Radio Bayelsa, Niger Delta Television, and the State Newspaper Corporation. The complex housing the 3 organizations has over the years encountered various challenges, including vandalism and natural disasters. In February 2021, the prosperity government of Governor Doye Diri decided to do something different by embarking on the total reconstruction of the complex. The contract was awarded to an indigenous contractor, Amapupu Construction Nigeria Limited, as a way of embracing local content in the construction of government projects. The Commissioner for Information, Orientation and Strategy, Mr. Aduba Yiba, while welcoming guests to the commissioning ceremony, described the edifice as one of the wonders of the prosperity government of Senator Doye Diri. He said the complex has more than 200 offices for the 3 organizations, a restaurant, an ICT center, a library, among other complementary facilities.
The State Executive Council approved the second stage of the project. This includes the procurement, installation, and commissioning of a brand new broadcast equipment for the television and radio station, as well as a high-tech printing press. At this juncture, may I heartily thank His Excellency, Miracle Governor of Bayelsa State, for ensuring that every financial resource required for this project was made available without delay. Your Excellency, we commend you for your vision, love, and commitment to everything that edifies our state and puts our state on a definite path to prosperity.
Dignitaries at the commissioning ceremony were Governor Doye Diri of Bayelsa State, his wife, Mrs. Gloria Diri, the Deputy Governor, Chief Lawrence Erujakbo, the National Chairman of the PDP, Senator Iyocha Ayu, immediate past Governor of Bayelsa State and the current Senator representing Bayelsa West Senatorial District, Senator Henry Siriake Dixon. PDP governors in attendance were Delta State Governor, Dr. Yenagoa, Benue State Governor, Samuel Utom, and Bala Mohammed of Bauchi State. Others were Akwa Ibom State Governor, Chief Udomi Manuel, Rivers State Governor, Barrister Yesom Wike, Edo State Governor, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, and Okezie Ekpeazu of Abia State. There were other heavyweights of the PDP, both at the state and national level, in attendance. The Bayelsa State Governor, Senator Doye Diri, in his remarks, spoke about the project extensively. The governor also explained the reason for naming the complex Ernest Ikoli Media Complex.
And because of the history surrounding this complex, we looked at it, and from our state here, we had one of the very early journalists who became even the editor of the Daily Times, and whose contribution towards journalism and the media is acknowledged all over Nigeria. And therefore, we decided to name this complex, as you have seen there, in the name of a veteran journalist who hails from Bayelsa State, precisely from Nembe, and he is none other than the ever-acknowledged Ernest Ikoli.
Governor Doye Diri assured the people of the state that with the construction and commissioning done, approval has been given for procurement and installation of all the digital equipment needed.
And by the grace of God, we will continue to deliver the dividends of democracy to our people and to render service to our people. And this is the first phase. The second phase is already approved, which is the equipping and installation of all equipments. And just as I sat there, the contractors have come to me to say that they have already commenced work in equipping and ensuring that this place no longer will be used in the past. It will be fully digitalized. It will be fully automated. And as we speak, all furnitures are in place.
On hand to commission the edifice was the PDP National Chairman, Senator Iyorchia Ayu, who commended the prosperity government of Governor Doye Diri for ensuring that legacy projects like the media complex are provided for the people. He said the PDP and Bayelsans are very proud of the governor for what he has achieved in less than 2 years.
It takes a man of singular commitment to do so much in so short a time. Many of you who have governed states will know that sometimes it takes a governor about a year before he finds his feet. But Governor Diri came and stood on the shoulders of giants. And because the ground was well prepared, he hit the ground running. Today, after only 2 years, we are able to come here to commission several projects. A few days ago, the governor of Oyo State, Governor Makinde, called me that he was in Bayelsa State commissioning projects. And that's how governors of the PDP work. They work for the people.
He then proceeded to officially commission the edifice.
In the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
The dignitaries were then taken on a guided tour of the media complex as Bayelsans present sang and danced outside the media complex. After the commissioning ceremony of the media complex, the governor and all dignitaries in attendance proceeded to the iconic Osborne Lake Pavilion, where over 5,000 decampees and returnees were received back to the PDP amid singing and dancing. The PDP chairman in the state, Honorable Solomon Agwanana, was on hand to welcome all the guests present, which set the tone for the event. Receiving the decampees and returnees to the umbrella movement, the PDP National Chairman, Senator Iyorchia Ayu, congratulated them for taking the bold step and charged them to work hard as the party has an effective reward system for all members.
Your Excellencies, all the beautiful governors of the PDP family here present, the state chairman of the party, the NWC members, all my brothers and sisters who are decamping from the broom. You are back as members of our family. You will be treated like any other PDP member according to our constitution. We want you to work hard, to work behind our governor, who is leading the party here in Bayelsa State. We are going to win all elections. And all of you will be treated fairly and work hard to deliver your ward, your local government, and you will get the dividends of democracy. We thank you all party members who came to support this event, and we believe you will receive all those who are coming back to the PDP. Thank you and God bless you. PDP! PDP! Power to the people!
Among those who returned to the party were former members of the National Assembly, 7 State Assembly members, their supporters, and a host of others. High points of the ceremony was the boat regatta, in which the various local government areas in Bayelsa State competed among one another, to the delight of guests. The second anniversary celebration of Governor Doye of Bayelsa State continued on Tuesday, the 15th of February 2022, with the commissioning of the Yenagoa 4.225 long kilometer road. Construction of the road is to create another route in and out of the state capital, Yenagoa, which in the past was referred to as a one-way state. The road was designed to decongest the Yenagoa and Biama road and open up communities along the area for businesses and other economic activities. The Bayelsa State Commissioner for Works and Infrastructural Development, Honorable Xavier Moses Tebowe, while delivering a welcome speech at the occasion, described the Yenagoa Road as strategic for the development of Bayelsa State.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor that I welcome you all to the commissioning of Section 1 of the Yenagoa to Okake single carriage outer ring road. The conceptualization and construction of this road was born out of the speedy expansion of Yenagoa over the years as the capital of Bayelsa State. Consequently, it became necessary for the construction of an outer ring road to meet up with the emerging growth of the city, with the influx of people from far and near for various commercial and other activities.
The contract for the construction of the road was initially awarded in 2013, but the former contractor could not do much. Upon assumption of office in 2020, Governor Doye revoked the contract and re-awarded it to Lubric Construction, a gesture which the managing director of the company, Hadi Jahadi, was very grateful for.
And staff of Lubric Construction Company Limited would like to express our sincere gratitude to His Excellency and the government of Bayelsa State for the confidence reposed in us by awarding our company the contract of the construction of the Yenagoa AIT road, which is partly being commissioned today. As is our usual practice, we shall continue to work with all stakeholders and counting on your full support to enable us to deliver the remaining part of this project in good time for the use and the benefit of the good people of Bayelsa. Once again, thank you, Your Excellency, for the opportunity given to us to be served to your administration. Long live Bayelsa State, long live the Republic of Nigeria.
The miracle governor of Bayelsa State, Senator Doye, attributed the construction of the road to the foresight of the immediate past governor of Bayelsa State, Senator Henry Seriakia Dixon. The governor gave further insight on the background of the construction of the road.
Today, we are seeing the completion of the first phase with street lights on it. We can only but give thanks to God. We can only but give thanks to the immediate past governor, whose vision today has seen the completion of this road. And that is the beauty of continuity. This is the first time in this state that government is moving from one hand to another. And projects started are being completed and not abandoned.
On grounds to commission the road was the executive governor of Bauchi State, Senator Bala Mohammed, who praised the prosperity government of Governor Doyediri for prudent management of resources that has led to the numerous projects being executed in the state. He called on all Bayelsans to give the governor and his team the required support, even as the 2023 general election draws near.
I think you are a landmark governor. You are a special governor. Because you foster peace and unity. You are unifying everybody. You are unifying us, the Bayelsans and the Nigerians. He is not a greenhorn. He came to governance and took it by a storm. And you can see the spirit of continuity that he is enshrining in Bayelsa. And in terms of peer review, all of us, the second-term governors and the new ones, were borrowing so much from him.
To the admiration of thousands of Bayelsans and other party supporters, Senator Bala Mohammed, accompanied by the miracle governor of Bayelsa State, Senator Doyediri, his wife, Mrs. Gloria Diri, Speaker of the Bayelsa State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Abraham Ngubere, former Governor Henry Siriake Dixon, as well as federal and state lawmakers, performed the commissioning ceremony.
Okaki Road project was initiated by the Restoration Government and completed by the Prosperity Government of His Excellency, Senator Doyediri, and commissioned by my humble self on 15th February 2022 to the glory of God.
One of the key areas the miracle administration of Governor Doyediri of Bayelsa State is focusing on is youth empowerment. So, on Wednesday, the 16th of February 2022, the Bayelsa State Governor, Senator Doyediri, invited all the youth leaders from all the 105 wards in the state for an interactive session. The Peace Park in Yenagoa, the state capital, venue of the interactive session, was filled to capacity with youth from across the 8 local government areas of the state. The Bayelsa State Commissioner for Youth and Sports, a former wrestler, Daniel Igali, gave the welcome speech in which he spoke of the reason for the gathering.
So the Ministry of Youth and Sports is basically an anchor to guide and to ensure that the activities are fully coordinated. Your Excellency, today we have our youths with us, the great youths of Bayelsa, some of the most talented, some of the most focused, some of the most outstanding youths we have in the country. I always tell them, when we hear about one kidnapper, we have 3,000 youths that don't commit any crime. And those are the youths you have today. We are lucky that you are going to be interacting with them. We are especially fortunate that today everyone is gathered at a time where we are celebrating achievements one after the other, and today is the turn of our youths.
Led by the women leader, Ijo Youth Council Bayelsa Central, Miss Abi Kuku, the youth took turns to speak to the governor. They presented a number of awards to the governor in appreciation of what they described as the miraculous turnaround in the fortunes of the state in the last 2 years. One of the youth, simply identified as Stephen, skilled in fine arts, stole the show by beating the protocol to present one of his works to the governor.
Miss Ayibai, Miss Stephen.
Where are you from?
I'm from Southern Ijo.
Where is Southern Niger?
Azuzama community.
Azuzama community. Did you learn fine arts?
No, sir.
How did you come about presenting this to me?
This is a natural gift in me that I've looked for expression over the years.
After listening to the youth, the highly elated miracle governor, Senator Doyediri, thanked the youth for their loyalty to his government before responding to their demands.
The greatest assets of every society, of every state, of every country are the youths of that society. Therefore, as a government, to say thank you, we want to appreciate you for heeding to the call of the prosperity government to be gathered here today so that we can also listen to you and hear from you in areas that we are not doing well and in areas that we are doing well. You are a source of encouragement to this government, very supportive, and I'm sure that as this government is preaching prosperity, as this government came with prosperity, as youths, whatever you put your hands on, you will prosper.
After all the assurances of a better future for the youth of the state, the governor warned them of the grave consequences of indulging in illegal activities and advised them to keep working hard. He acknowledged that the peace currently being enjoyed in Bayelsa State is because of the peaceful disposition of the youth and promised to organize more sessions with the youth at least 2 to 3 times in a year.
Laying your hands in evil things, no. Not laying your hands in illegal things, so not oil bunkering, as you know. Oil bunkering is destroying our environment. Oil bunkering is bringing strange sicknesses. Our people die this time because of what the international oil companies have done to destroy our environment, knowing they are also destroying our own environment by doing oil bunkering. I am one person who, as you know, agree with us, and I've been in the forefront for the advocacy of true ownership resources. These resources belong to us. But let's have a better way of using them. Let us not use a cruel way to destroy ourselves. And as I keep saying, each time I move down to Southern Niger and some of our local governments, the water is heavily polluted. And this is the same water that we drink from. That means we are drinking poison. The same air that we are breathing, the air is polluted. That means we are breathing in poison. And that cannot be encouraged. And we all have to be carriers of this message to our brothers who are in illegal oil bunkering.
The second phase of the governor's engagement with the youth, women and students continued at the Government House Banquet Hall, where over 5,000 women and youth were empowered to start businesses of their choice. The beneficiaries were empowered to start businesses in the area of tailoring, catering, hairdressing, barbing, among others. The beneficiaries were drawn from all the 8 local government areas of Bayelsa State. In their separate remarks, the Honorable Commissioner for Women Affairs, Mrs. Faith Opwene, and her counterpart in the Ministry of Education, Dr. Gentle Emela, stressed the importance of the empowerment programs. They noted that the idea is to reposition the women and youth of the state to actively participate in the economic activities of the state.
As part of this year's celebration, His Excellency Senator Doyediri has picked as kickstart an empowerment program across the 8 local government areas of Bayelsa State Today we're here, 210 beneficiaries of this program, cutting across the 105 wards. Every ward we have a male and a female, so we are well represented. I know this is the beginning because I know His Excellency has a passion of empowering women, empowering the youth. He has been saying it. And with this, it is like a foundation laying stone.
Today, we are witnessing again another well thought out strategy for the development of our grassroots economy that will empower about 210 persons within the critical segment of our society, women and youth. It is worthy of note that the empowerment of women and youth will promote their deliberate participation in grassroots economic activities and inclusive development with huge potentials for providing employment, improving the standard of living of the average Bayelsans, and lifting the healthy percentage of people out of poverty. Your Excellency, we are all proud to be associated with this initiative.
The Secretary to the State Government, Right Honorable Kombowe Benson Friday, and the Speaker, Right Honorable Abraham Ngubere, seized the opportunity to encourage the beneficiaries of the empowerment program to make the best out of it.
I want to thank you so much for bringing our youths and our women for this kind of empowerment. Just believe and just allow yourself to be used and make His Excellency proud that over the years you will have an history to tell that it was the encouragement the governor gave to me that have brought me this far.
You have done well, and without doing this part, development is incomplete. Development is not just by creating roads, building houses, and building bridges. Development is all about bringing resources for the citizens of the state. And that is what you are doing today.
Another part of the Youth Empowerment Program was a presentation of loans to beneficiaries by the State Higher Education Loan Board. The Executive Secretary of the Board, Dr. Michael Amagberi, while presenting the loans to some of the beneficiaries, praised Senator Doye Diri of Bayelsa State for funding the loan scheme. According to the Executive Secretary, the scheme has had tremendous impact on the lives of Bayelsa State students. Some of the beneficiaries were also on ground to testify of how helpful the scheme has been to them. The Governor, Senator Doye Diri, after listening to the women, youth and beneficiaries of the students' loan scheme, assured the people of his administration's desire to better the lives of the youth through education. He warned the beneficiaries of the empowerment programs against mismanagement and wished everyone well.
And you know that our state was one of those states tagged as educationally backwards. That's why I keep saying that we are not where we are expected to be, but we are no longer where we were. Today, Bayelsa State is not one of those educationally backward states occupying the rear. We have moved up the ladder. And so, looking at what is available to us, our resources, it will be difficult at this point for me to promise you that we will revert to bursary. It will be very difficult. But for the students' loan scheme, like he mentioned, I was here 2019 when it was launched, which was even after our gubernatorial elections. And I saw it as a scheme that if God brings me in, we will contribute robustly to it and continue with it.
In line with the popular saying, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, the prosperity government of Governor Doye Diri of Bayelsa State, as part of the second anniversary celebration, decided to leverage on the unifying nature of the round leather game to organize a novelty football match. The match, which took place at the renovated Samson Siasia Stadium in the state capital Yenagoa, was between the executive and legislative arms of government in the state. The executive team, dressed in lemon green and black jersey, was captained by the state deputy governor, Senator Lawrence Erujakbo, with jersey number 10, while the legislative team, dressed in royal blue top and black shorts, was captained by the Speaker of the State Assembly, Right Honorable Abraham Ngubere, sporting jersey number 01. The executive team had the Honorable Commissioner for Youth and Sports, Honorable Daniel Igali, Honorable Commissioner for Works and Infrastructural Development, Surveyor Moses Tebowe, Deputy Chief of Staff, Government House, Dr. Peter Akpe, among others. The lawmakers had Senator Moses Cleopas, Honorable Tari Puri, Leader of the House, Honorable Monde Bobo, among other team members. The match was played for about an hour, with the State Chief Judge, Justice Keita Berry, as the center referee for about 20 minutes. The executive team took the lead with a well-placed shot by the Deputy Chief of Staff, Dr. Peter Akpe. In the second half, the legislative team turned things around and their efforts paid off when Honorable Tari Puri, after a fine run around the 18-yard box, slotted in the equalizer. Even the downpour late in the second half of the game could not stop the play. The game ended in a penalty shootout, which the legislative team won by 3-1. Activities for the second anniversary celebration of the prosperity government of Governor Doye Diri of Bayelsa State came to a climax with a historic groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of the Angiama Oporoma Bridge on Saturday, the 19th of February 2022. The Vice President of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, who was on ground to perform the ceremony, earlier had an interactive session with traditional rulers in Bayelsa State at the Secretariat of the Traditional Rulers Council, where he was presented with a gift by the royal fathers. The Vice Chairman of the Bayelsa State Council of Traditional Rulers, His Royal Majesty, King Mala Sasime, who stood in for the Chairman, His Royal Majesty, King Alfred Dieterspief, told the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, that the people of Bayelsa State are happy with his visit to the state. He spoke about some national issues, including the need for President Muhammadu Buhari to sign the electoral bill into law to better our electoral process.
Vice President, your name has been on for very good reasons, and you're showing it now by coming to visit us. And the reason why your name has been on is because maybe people think that you've been very good, and we appreciate your effort in governance. People now say, if he comes out as president, he will be a good material. Those rumors are all over the place in the social media. The reason why we are having that rumor is because they appreciate what you're doing. So we thank you that you've been a good vice president, and we hope that you keep your relationship with Bayelsa State in very good stead. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
The miracle governor of Bayelsa State, Senator Doye Diri, at the interactive session, described the vice president as a Bayelsan, stressing that the people are happy to host him in the glory of all lands.
To welcome Your Excellency to your state. You are not only dressed as a Bayelsan, you are indeed a Bayelsan. As you are highlighted, you look like one of the Royal Majesties. And, jokingly, I said, Your Royal Majesty, you are welcome. For us today, like he said, we are happy that you have come in to pay homage to our traditional institution. We are happy that you are with us here in Bayelsa State to do something that is very historic, very important to the people of Bayelsa State. Thank you for coming. God bless you, sir.
The Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, on his part, told the royal fathers that he was in Bayelsa State at the invitation of the Prosperity Governor, Senator Doyediri, to celebrate 2 years of wonderful and verifiable achievements.
Despite political differences, every state of Nigeria benefits fairly and justly by making sure that as this road has been built, a lot of the effort, of course, the state government, the federal government has also refunded the costs of the project so far and will continue to refund. So essentially what we're seeing here is a collaboration between the state and the federal government for the benefit of the good people of Bayelsa State. I think that this is the way it must be. At the end of the day, political differences do not matter to our people. What our people want is the same everywhere across the country. They want good roads, they want good infrastructure, they want an enabling environment to be able to do their business. They want good social facilities, good health facilities. And that's really what the federal government, led by President Muhammadu Buhari, is determined to do. And I'm very happy that we have a partner in the government of Bayelsa State, led by my brother Senator Doyediri, who also sees the same, has the same vision, that this country, our people want services, they want infrastructure, they want to be helped to realize their true potentials. And that can only be done if everyone is working together. If all this, if the federal government, state government, local governments are working together, if politicians and technocrats are working together to ensure that we achieve the same objective.
After the brief interaction, the Vice President, accompanied by Governor Doyediri and other top guests, proceeded to Angiama Oporoma in Southern Ijaw local government area of Bayelsa State, venue of the groundbreaking ceremony. The Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, was welcomed on arrival by thousands of people, especially women, in their traditional way. And just before the event began fully, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo was conferred with the chieftaincy title of Ebiakubo Owe I of Angiama Ibe community, meaning the one who brings success and glory. The conferment was done by His Royal Highness King Professor M.F.N. Abowe in company of the traditional rulers in Angiama and Oporoma Kingdom. The Yenagoa-Oporoma Road, in which the Angiama and Oporoma Bridge is a major component of, is a Trunk A road, that is a federal government road. A very important road that has been in the planning stage for more than 50 years. The road, when completed, will link Oporoma town, the capital of Southern Ijaw local government area, to the rest of the state by road for the first time in the history of the town. The visibly excited local government chairman of Southern Ijaw local government area, Honorable Ebidembo Fakia, said the fact that the Vice President drove to Angiama is a thing of joy that the people of Southern Ijaw cannot stop talking about. According to him, the road is a strategic one, as out of over 200 communities in the local government area with huge deposit of natural resources including oil and gas, only 5 can be accessed by road today.
Today is one of the happiest days in the lives of all Southern Ijaw people. We are very glad to welcome His Excellency Professor Yemi Osinbajo, ZCON, Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. to the largest local government in the Federal Republic of this country, Nigeria. Your Excellencies, Southern Niger local government, as I earlier said, is the largest local government area, and Angama in particular. You do not come by air, you do not come by sea. But our joy is that you drove to Angama, the heart of our local government. Our hearts are overwhelmed with joy and gratitude owing to the fact that our age-long dream has seen the light of hope. Southern Niger local government is blessed with over 200 communities, but only 5 are connected by road. And that is why we are rejoicing today.
The Bayelsa State Commissioner for Works and Infrastructural Development, Honorable Moses Tabowe, in his project description said the road project is one of the senatorial roads aimed at opening up the hinterlands to the rest of the state.
The Yenagoa Ukubie Road project is one of the 3 senatorial road projects aimed at opening up the hinterland areas of Bayelsa State, thereby triggering massive infrastructural development, while also boosting commerce as the peasant farmers and fishermen could easily convey their produce to the big markets in Yenagoa and major neighboring towns of the state. The completion of this very important road will help to decongest the fast-growing metropolitan city of Yenagoa and reduce drastically the activities of sea pirates and other criminal activities on our rivers, hitherto being experienced by our riverine communities.
The Prosperity Governor of Bayelsa State, Senator Doye Diri, in his remarks said, "It feels good to have the Vice President driving on the rough road to the flag-off ceremony." He said Southern Niger local government area is one of the largest LGAs in the country, linked to the Atlantic Ocean, with huge deposits of oil and gas. He spoke further on the collaboration between the Bayelsa State government and the federal government in delivering critical infrastructure in the state.
Let me take the liberty of this event to acknowledge your continued support and consistent encouragement to me and to the government and the people of Bayelsa State. Our people are heaving a collective sigh of relief. Mr. Vice President, sir, not only is this local government one of the largest in the country, stretching into the Atlantic Ocean with picturesque vegetation and meandering water bodies, it also warehouses huge deposits of oil and gas. My dear Vice President, there is a particular symbolism in today's event. In the same way that physical bridges connect places, collaboration is a bridge that connects people and interests. Your presence here today exemplifies the bridge of cooperation and endures between this government of prosperity and the federal government of Nigeria.
To perform the groundbreaking ceremony, the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, described the project as a pure testimony of the kind of collaboration that is required between the states and the federal government. He said President Muhammadu Buhari is excited about the ongoing project, adding that Bayelsa State under Governor Doye Diri is on the right track to becoming a world-class city.
I also bring you the very warm greetings of President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who is excited about what is going on here and sends his very warm congratulations to the governor and the government and the people of Bayelsa State. I'm of course very excited to be joining you today at the flagging off of this extremely important infrastructure, the Angiama-Oporomo Bridge, and what it symbolizes for the development of this region. But let me say that driving through the Yenagoa-Oporoma-Ukubie Road The natural beauty and the enormous potential of this great state is so poignant and self-evident. Few places in the world can boast of some of the gifts that nature has graciously bestowed on the people of Bayelsa State, and by extension, Nigeria. The challenge, historically, has been in getting the obvious potential of the state to match up to its lived realities. And to this end, we must appreciate the doggedness with which Governor Diri's administration has gone about ensuring that Bayelsa lives up to its billing. The sheer breadth of the projects that you have embarked upon and the thoroughness of the execution speaks clearly to your unfolding vision and gives confidence that in the near future we will see a state gradually elevated to world-class status.
Please, there are too many people around. We will now unveil the plaque. The microphone, please.
Your Excellency. Bring your hand down. It is a very special pleasure and privilege to acknowledge this to Yenagoa and to officially flag off the construction of the Yenagoa Bridge today, 18th of February 2022, for the benefit of all of the people of Bayelsa State and especially the Yenagoa.
For more than 2 weeks, the prosperity government of Governor Doye Diri of Bayelsa State embarked on the commissioning and flagging off of projects in all sectors to mark 2 years in office. Yet, the projects were not exhausted. Some of the completed projects that could not be commissioned include the Nimbi Unity Bridge, Elebele Bridge, the Health Insurance Complex, New Yenagoa City Bridge, to mention a few. The people of Bayelsa State are indeed in for prosperity in the remaining 2 years of the Governor Doye Diri-led administration in the state. The second anniversary celebration of the Senator Doye Diri-led administration may have come to an end, but there seemed to be no end in the commissioning and flagging off of projects in Bayelsa State, the glory of all lands.